So our next topic is formation of compounds. This topic is not actually covered in your PDF that is given by your textbook, but it is a very important topic और इसको कवर करने के बाद ही हम आगे जो टॉपिक है रेडिकल्स के बारे में उसको हम लोग थोड़ा सा ये कर सकते हैं. तो फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कंपाउंड्स, हाउ द कंपाउंड्स आर फॉर्म्ड from elements. We all have studied about elements, and we also know that elements donate or accept electrons. Elements donate or accept electrons to attain stable electronic configuration. Elements, they either donate or accept electrons to attain stable electronic configuration, and this process is very important in the formation of compounds. So we already have studied this in 8th standard, but we are just revising it, that compounds are of two types. One is ionic compounds or electrovalent compound, and the second type of compounds are covalent compounds. So first we will study about ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are the compounds formed by the donation and acception of electrons. We all have studied that one of the element in the compound donates electron, one of the element accept electron, and they combine with each other to form a compound. Let's take the example of sodium chloride, formation of sodium chloride. We'll quickly revise it. We'll not spend much time in studying the formation of sodium chloride. But we all know that sodium has sodium symbol Na, it has electronic configuration 281, and chlorine, it has atomic symbol Cl, and it has atomic number 17, so it has electronic configuration 287. तो क्या होता है, ये सोडियम है, to attain stable electronic configuration एक इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट कर देता है. ये डोनेट किया हुआ इलेक्ट्रॉन, क्लोरीन को तो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन की जरूरत ही है, तो ये डोनेट किया हुआ इलेक्ट्रॉन क्लोरीन एक्सेप्ट कर लेता है टू अटेन इट्स इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. इसका रिजल्ट क्या हो जाता है, सोडियम अटेन्स एन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन 2,8, whereas chlorine attains electronic configuration 2,8,8. But the result of it, sodium becomes Na plus because of the donation of one electron, and chlorine becomes Cl minus because of the exception of one electron. We all know valency of sodium is 1 plus and valency of chlorine is 1 minus, and we already have covered this topic. So therefore sodium on donation of one electron become Na plus, and chlorine on exception of one electron becomes Cl minus. So because of electrostatic attraction, one is positive and one is negative. Because of electrostatic attraction, these two ions, the positive ion of sodium and negative ion of chlorine, come together and form a compound called as NaCl. This is an example of formation of an ionic compound. Let's take another example. Let's take an example of magnesium oxide, a compound named as magnesium oxide. Symbol is MgO. So magnesium has symbol Mg. We all know that magnesium has atomic number 12. So its electronic configuration is 282. Oxygen, atomic number 8, it has electronic configuration 2,6. Magnesium donates 2 electrons to attain stable electronic configuration. Oxygen accepts these 2 electrons and both attain stable electronic configuration, but magnesium gets converted into Mg2 plus and oxygen gets converted into O2 minus. These two come together and form a compound called as magnesium oxide. In this way, ionic compounds are formed by donation and exception of electrons. One of them donates electron and one of them accepts electron, and a compound, and they form respective ions. One forms positive ion, one forms negative ion, and they form a compound. The next type of compound is a covalent compound. Next type of compound is a covalent compound. In covalent compound, in ionic compounds, donation and exception of electrons, and in covalent compound they share electrons. Sharing of electrons take place. Let's take example of a covalent compound, which is water. Water is a very good example of covalent compound. Water has a molecular formula H2O. Let's study formation of water. I just wait. Let's draw oxygen first. Oxygen has 8 electrons. First orbit have 2 electrons and it has 6 electrons in its outermost shell. It requires 2 more electrons to attain stable electronic configuration. Therefore, it shares 1 electron with 1 hydrogen atom. ये क्या करता है? हाइड्रोजन एटम के साथ एक इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर करता है और एक हाइड्रोजन एटम के साथ एक और इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर करता है. अभी hydrogen is not donating electron to oxygen, or not even oxygen is donating electron to hydrogen. Here sharing of electron is taking place. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है ये हाइड्रोजन का है. It revolves in the orbit of hydrogen, but it also revolves in the orbit of oxygen. That means this electron is shared. और उसके बदले में ऑक्सीजन ने क्या किया? ऑक्सीजन का इलेक्ट्रॉन, this electron belongs to oxygen. This revolves in the orbit of oxygen and also in the orbit of hydrogen. Therefore, because this is a shared pair, and because of this shared pair, this hydrogen atom and then this oxygen atom remains with each other. This type of bonding is called as covalent bonding. अभी इसमें दोनों का काम हुआ है. ऑक्सीजन, हाइड्रोजन को 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए आउटरमोस्ट शेल में, उसका एक खुद का है और एक शेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन विद द ऑक्सीजन. ऑक्सीजन को भी एक एक्स्ट्रा इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए तो उसको भी मिल गया. उसके 1 2 3 4 5 और ये 6 खुद के, और ये और एक शेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन, उसके हो गए 7. लेकिन 7 से उसका तो काम बनेगा नहीं. Therefore, it accepts 1 more electron from another hydrogen atom. ये और एक हाइड्रोजन एटम से और एक इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर करता है. In this way, a compound H2O, by sharing of electrons, a compound H2O is formed. In this way, 2 types of compounds are formed. One is ionic compounds by donation and acception of electron, and another is covalent compound, which is formed by the sharing of electrons.